In this video, I'm going to tell you about the synopsis of Big Mouth episode 5. Journey Tables. Last episode, we left off Big Mouth just as Chang Ho was on his way to meet Gong Ji-hoon, cheered on by the other inmates. Now, he is met by Mayor Choi who wants to urgently tell him that the list of drug dealer names given to him was fake. But thanks to the warden's interruption, he is unable to convey his message. In the VIP room, Chang-ho meets the Gong Ji-hoon and the three VIPs. Mayor Choi enters but can only watch. The warden gives Chang-ho and Ji-hoon each write the names of Big Mouth's top 5 clients on a piece of paper. The warden reveals that the names are the same. Everyone is shocked as Chang-ho smirks on. Ji-hoon tells him to return the 100 billion won he stole from Lala Capital. Chang-ho asks no proof. Ji-hoon says the fund manager Peter Hong accused Big Mouth of taking the money. The warden gets a call. The prosecutor wants to see Chang-ho since Peter Hong has been caught. Cut the prosecutor interviewing Peter Hong. Peter described how he got caught in financial fraud and was about to end his life when he got a phone call from someone who wanted to invest. Peter invested in crushing large amounts of money for this person, got his life on track and soon become the manager of the NR Forest private fund. But he blinked and the money was gone, stolen by Big Mouth. Peter did meet Big Mouth once but he never saw his face. The prosecutor tells him to lie, said he did, and identify him as Chang-ho. He is scared but agrees to do so. As Ji-hoon and Mayor Choi watch, Chang-ho is brought to the interrogation room. Peter Hong is asked if Chang-ho is Big Mouth but an alarm rings, signaling it is the time for his insulin shot. He takes it but suddenly collapses and dies. As his body is taken out, Ji-hoon wonders about Chang-ho's wife and if she really has Professor So's pepper. Meanwhile, at Kucheon University Hospital, the nurses discuss the volunteering program at Kucheon Penitentiary on the coming Sunday. As Miho leaves, she spots the woman related to patient 701, Kim Kyung-seok, and she is watching something on the lobby's TV featuring Hyun Jo-hee. She remembers the late Professor So asking her to design a necklace pattern that could fit in a small data card preferably a cross. On TV, Jo-hee is seen wearing a cross necklace. Miho approaches her but she rushes away. Miho then gets a call from Ji-hoon. They met at a restaurant where Ji-hoon says he wants to buy Professor So's pepper. Miho says it is more useful if she gives it. He tries rattling her but it doesn't work. Afterwards, Miho calls Mayor Choi and thanks him for giving Chang-ho the names. He doesn't tell her the truth. At home, Miho's father and Sun Tae dig into Professor So's life. Turns out he was on bad terms with his wife, who is in the US and is a loner in general. But Miho's father finds photos of him and a fishing trip taken by someone else. They inquire and find out he was having an affair with a woman. At the present, Jerry is heading out the wings of the bet. It is revealed that Yang Chung-sik, the gang leader and the VIP's hand match, placed a bet of 50 cards on Big Mouth. In the warden's office, Jung Chae-bong, one of the VIPs, hands Chang-ho's suitcase full of cash. As per the bet they made, he owes Chang-ho 300 million won. The warden takes his cut and Chang-ho gives him some more for extra privilege and a party for the penitentiary. As Big Mouth enters a cafeteria full of enjoying inmates, they cheer for him. Even Chairman Yang gives him his approval. In the VIP room, the three men are panicking. Chang-ho enters and tells him to confess at the trial or be killed in prison. Later, in the courtyard, Chang-ho takes his seat and a huge sheet is hung up behind him. It has the word Confessional Bible as well as Big Mouth's symbol. He later enters the court and seems to pray. In the VIP room, Lee Dong-eun drinks wine and seems to fall unconscious. He wakes up still in a daze to see Chang-ho holding his beating heart, which in reality is a scrap of cloth from his t-shirt. Jung Chae-bong receives similar treatment and is given an electric shock in the bedroom. Mayor Choi visits Chang-ho and asks for the truth. Chang-ho gives up his persona of Big Mouth and tells him to choose will he help Chang-ho or not. Mayor Choi asks about Miho and Chang-ho tells him that he will deal with his wife. Chang-ho's behavior is explained as we see the warden is watching and listening to everything. At the hospital, Miho sees the head nurse suspiciously taking blood samples from patients. She follows her all the way to the hospital's Technology Innovation Center. She enters the supply room there but gets caught by Juhee and a security guard who claims that head nurse was never there. Juhee traces Miho and she leaves. Then she reminds the security guard to not go inside, referring to a hidden door in the supply room. The three VIPs meet with Ji-hoon and ask him to get them out of there. As Ji-hoon leaves, he comes across Chang-ho who asks if he met with Min-ho. Chang-ho says that threatening family is cheating. Ji-ho claims there's no cheating in war. He gets a phone call from his wife who has received a bucket of white carnations funeral flowers. Chang-ho warns him to play by the rules. Chang-ho then approaches Chairman Yang with a proposition and seems to gain his support. With the help of Chairman Yang's people, he captured Han Jae-hoo, the third VIP, and has him hung up where he was during the first day of his arrest. He tells him to confess to Professor So's murder since he was only driving. In the end, Han Jae-hoo agrees. Mayor Choi calls Miho and asks her to meet her. When they do, he tells her the story of his own father ran a dye factory and was falsely accused of dumping toxic waste. He became a lawyer to help people like his father, but later realized that the accusations was true all along. He then reveals what happened to the drug dealer named Miho and says that Changmo is really Big Mouse. Miho is shaken but says it trusts her husband. On the way back home, her father calls and tells her Changho has paid 100 million won to the loan shark and settled those debts. She thinks of her life with Changho and breaks down. That's it for the video. Bye!